Hello again. In the first part, we'll briefly discuss how to execute our test cases with different frameworks, including Cypress and Playwright. And in the second part, let's a little bit discuss about how to implement our test code. Because if we don't have anything, any automated code to execute, then what we will execute, right? So first of all, let's see how we can develop our test code, and then of course the execution will come up. So we can use different programming languages, and Cypress is supporting JavaScript and TypeScript. Playwright is supporting a little bit more, but the common languages supported by each of them are the JavaScript and TypeScript. So we will a little bit focus on these two. And whenever you are programming with JavaScript, you will hear a lot about Node.js or NPM or MVM. So let's start from defining these terms and when are we using this terminology. So first of all, Node.js is the event-driven JavaScript runtime environment, which provides us an environment which we can execute the code that are developed by JavaScript. And then npm is the package manager by which we can manage our dependencies. We can download and install different libraries and dependencies published by some other people. And similarly, even sometimes we can prepare our own package and we can publish to open public repositories. So in this way, other people can download your packages by their npm commands and use inside their own projects. And finally, MVM is just the version manager. Whenever you have different versions of certain dependencies, you can use MVM to manage those proper versions. So it is actually very similar to the other programming languages, right? The flow is almost same. So let me find one slide that I shared previously. For example, here we can see whenever we are using Java, we can manage our dependencies by either Gradle or Maven, and then we use different tools to compile our Java code. Compiling means just we develop our code with those kind of syntax, like maybe Java, Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, all has different syntax, but eventually they have to be converted to a version which the PC, the computer, the machine can understand. It should be converted to machine language. So this is called compiling, because if we just let the machine try to execute the code, roughly the code that we develop, without changing anything, without converting anything, it will not understand anything. So it should be the machine code. Basically, machine just understands 0 and 1s, right? So just the byte conversion. This is called compiling, and in Java, we can use Java compiler, and then the compiled files are executed in the Java virtual machines, JVMs. So this runtime environment and the other development tools are packed inside the JDK. So in Java, we hear a lot of times the GRE and JVM and the JDK. And similarly in Python, the code that we are developing, the Python files, the Py files, are converted to PYC files, which are the compiled Python files, and they are executed in the Python virtual machines, in the Python runtime environments. So the flow is same in JavaScript. First of all, we prepare our files with JavaScript, and then we can manage dependencies, but maybe we can import some external libraries to be utilized, to be leveraged in our automation framework, because we don't implement everything by ourselves, right? Sometimes we can use some built-in libraries or methods functions. For that purpose, we can just import some external libraries by means of using the npm and mvm. Then, of course, by using npx, we can run these kind of npm modules. And in the Node.js environment, which is the runtime environment, we can execute our applications. So there's one more thing we can realize here, which is TypeScript. It is just a wrapper of JavaScript. So JavaScript is a language which was developed to basically build some web applications, but of course it can be used for some other purposes as well. And TypeScript is just an optimized and a typed version of a wrapper of JavaScript.